Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about my ESP M-1 CUSTOM, aka Kimono from 1980s. Alright, a little bit Noodling. That song you heard was the second song I wrote with this guitar. The first one was on my video about Friedman's IR X pedal preamp, because I just got this guitar just like a day before. I got the Friedman or borrowed that from Musics, and it just worked. It had a chrome hardware, everything original Sinclair chrome bridge, then some Duncan. I took it off, there was no indication of what was it. Cool, you know, passive high output Duncan pickup. And what I did to this guitar, I replaced the Sinclair with the Shaller's Lackmeister. So these poles, these are the Sinclair poles. I just spray painted them black because, you know, it looks better. Because the hole, or where the pole goes, it's different size on Shaller's and Floyd. So I've always just used the Sinclair poles, because I have 4 of these 80s guitars. They all originally came with Sinclair trems. It's a great trem, but I prefer original Floyd or the Shaller Lackmeister more. And then, you know, I switched the pickup to EMG 81, remove the volume from here, because here was a kind of like a toggle switch where you could, you know, make the humbucker a single coil. I've never liked single coil on a bridge. I like it in the neck and in the center. But so I just drilled this hole a bit larger hole, so I could, you know, pull the pot through and then move the volume here. And this is just some plastic kind of knob cover I put here. And then a, you know, nut. The Sinclair nut was a little bit too low. I think over time it had just, you know, gone a little bit lower, because there's you need to think of this as a fret, and it was like on the same or a little bit lower than the first fret. It was fine, but it was a little bit buzzing. So what I did, what I've done to a couple of other guitars, I need to tighten this still. It's a bit loose. I need to, because this is the original, you know, this thing. So it has loose, and I need to tighten that. So where was I? Yeah, the nut. So then when I put this, I first tried it maybe if the nut was just a little bit thinner, but no, the nut was R2 like Sinclair's. This is R2. So I cut off a piece from this is important, Coca-Cola can. You know, Coca-Cola can, it's very thin, it's aluminum. And I put first one layer, that was almost there. I cut another layer and put it there. So I shimmed the nut up so that it's just when the strings are like, it's basically like a fret, so there's tiny amount of, and now this guitar isn't buzzing at all, even though the action is really low. Okay, so that was that. And then there was a tiny crackle here in the binding, and the frets were a little bit uneven. I bought this from a German ESP collector. Thanks, man. I'll put the link to his eBay shop, where he, at least when I bought this, he had a couple of other 80s ESPs. So if you're interested, you know, check that. So I made a good deal with him. And I just happened to get some copyright monies and royalties from the label. So, you know, that came handy. So yeah, and there was a little bit of this, and the frets were a little bit, I felt the radius wasn't like on any other guitar, it doesn't matter, but these guitars, these 80s Mirages and M1s, to me they're as close as perfection as you can get. And so I took this to Gino Tedesco, fantastic guitar and bass luthier here in Basel, Switzerland. And he fixed the binding, and then he also did some fret work, because the radius on this one is 14-inch all the way. Some of my old ones are 16, and one is kind of 15-ish. This was 14 all the way. So what Tino did, he leveled and, you know, shaped the frets so that it's compound radius. Now it's 14 to 16. Inch radius. And then he also, some frets were a little bit, you know, I didn't even notice that they were, but he said that yeah, he did something. So anyway, it's great. So 14 to 16 inch compound radius, and the nut is 10-inch. I like 10-inch nuts even on 16-inch radiuses all the way, because I can bend here. The reason why I usually don't like to have strings that low, because I want to be able to bend everywhere so that the strings don't go under my finger. And 10-inch nut, I can. I can bend everywhere, and when I'm playing live, I keep my guitar fairly low, so if the strings are too close or if the radius ain't right, then this is harder. But now they don't go under the string. It's just it's perfect. I mean, it's this. And Tino wrote to me when he was working with this. He was like, "This guitar is insane," and in a positive way. Yes, it is. This is insanely good. It's almost criminal how easy this is to play. Like, because there's no buzzing nowhere. It's just like, and the woods. Because I may be jumping a little bit, but this is so good. So when I play, you know, usually guitars resonate here. Or this resonates amazingly well, but this resonates here when I'm playing. My whole hand resonates. I have the others resonate too, but I think this resonates even more than the others, because I can really feel it's amazing feeling when the guitar is part of your body. It's part of you. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to. You just play and it does everything what you command it to do, and flawlessly. I mean, if you play flawlessly. But I didn't play that flawlessly on the song. The sweeping thing was quite a long sweeping stuff, a lot of arpeggios. At the end, I was almost a little bit, but with this guitar, it was so easy. Okay, yeah, so radius, nut, and then this, the bridge, this is 12-inch. You can order these from CYHRA in different radiuses. So I ordered 10-inch nut, 12-inch bridge. And then I have the usual FU tone stuff, because this is non-reversed, so there's no cavity. I like it, so I can have the drop tuner, you know. Because I use a lot both tunings. This is now in E flat / drop D flat, 10 to 52 DR tight fit strings. And then the usual FU tones stuff. So big L brass block, 45 millimeters I think, noise springs, the stopper, and the claw. And EVH drop tuner. Works amazingly well. This is quite heavy. I like to feel the weight of the guitar. It's not as heavy as yeah, this one is this is Mirage custom from the 80s too. No serial number, no serial number. No, there's no serial number under the pickups or anywhere. So that's that. And then the painting. So I named this kimono because this is a kimono kind of, you know, pattern. And we checked with Tino because when he was doing this, he tried to see if this is like actual kimono or if it's a foil or a painting, because it's not repeating. They're all different all the way. But Tino said he thinks that this is a foil because I don't know how you can. I'll take pictures, but there's so precise work, like all the details and everything is different. Nothing is the same. This is apparently quite rare. So one of my friends, Nick, that I actually bought this black mirrors, he said that he has seen one of these before. He actually sent me a picture of, didn't know where he got it, but it was a different, it was a kimono, but different style. So I think these were custom shop orders back in the day, and they either hand painted, hand foiled, whatever, each of these individually. I love Japan Japanese stuff, like my forthcoming solo album, the single covers, you see there's Japanese art. I have dragon here, and I've been in Japan many times touring and vacation and stuff. I love the country and the culture. So this was like, when I saw this, like, that's mine. Well, it wasn't mine then, but luckily I was able to arrange a good deal with the collector. So that's that in short. And the gear, what I used on the song, what I have now, is the guitar, then into pedal board, SD1, into my modded Marshall 1959 hand-wired Plexi. I done a video of that too. It's still missing the transformer, output transformer, but that's coming. That's topic of another video. Then into my cabinets, and now what I was miking was the Marshall 9060 BX, and I mic'd one of the greenbacks with SM57 and SC Electronics X1R ribbon mic. And then into my Universal Audio Apollo X8 audio interface, and I have API Unison preamp in there. And that's it. Take the SD off and roll down the volume, add some chorus. Peek a little bit closer to the neck, gets darker. Now it's just Plexi. No overdrive. You get the point. So yeah, amazing guitar. I'm gonna play this live next summer when we do some comeback shows with Suburban Tribe. And I've got questions that where do I find these? It's a relentless work. Scrolling through internet, Reverb, eBay, whatever. Just, you know, putting a search word and Googling and you know, I found this in all over the world. Hey, hopefully you found this interesting and informative. This is my ESP M-1 Kimono from 1980s. Alright, thanks for watching, take care, bye.